See what you
It's
want.
been a good week of music though. Let's get off this. I'm getting a bit uncomfortable with all this fight talk. Yeah. We played at the start. What song is it called? Mobbing.
Yeah.
Mobbing.
Millions.
By Millions.
Millions. I owe you an apology.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think I've been on here before saying that I don't necessarily want to hear a project from Millions.
And why was that at the time? Why what was?
I just felt that I've always said that, like, I think in terms of his word play in that particular scene, in the drill scene, I think he's one of the best like wordsmiths that we have.
Yeah.
With how his flow is sick and how he can tell a story, and his vocabulary is nuts, bro. Like he's got it. But
Absolutely.
sometimes for me, the flow in the songs that I had heard from him early doors, I was like, I'm not sure if I want to hear this flow throughout a project.
Okay, I understand that. It's fair. But then the scene and space is coming from, all of those guys kind of have projects with the same flow. It's just maybe trying to switch up the subject matter or slightly different production when we're doing album time. Like, I don't, who in drill have you really heard when it comes to now releasing a project that's giving us different flows?
It could be the voice element as well.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because Unknown T, like, he would use more or less the same flow. K-Trap, Heady One, like, all of these guys use more or less the same flow. But they rap a little bit different to how Millions rapped. So I was like, although I'm enjoying this, but in a full length disc, I may not want to hear it. But he's produced that and he's proven me wrong. Like, how he's constructed it as well, is themed as well. Provisional License starts off with the intro, Pedestrian, and you know the conversation that he has with the babes on the phone, and it progresses throughout the tracks as well.
Yeah.
Driving without a license, the fear of getting pulled over, getting pulled over,
and tell her to relax on that.
and don't touch nothing, sit in the car.
Relax,
that
man.
type, that type of vibe.
You know I'm a crook, and I acting surprised.
But yeah, man. And bro, like, and you know what? I wasn't necessarily a fan of Bando Spot. I think you were, and I was like, I'm not sure about, like, you know, the flip on Candy Shop that he did with this. But again, with the project, I think it fits perfectly. And then the next song is Airbnb featuring Heady One, and they both go off.
They do.
They go off. Even Provisional License featuring AJ Tracy, he goes off.
I think that's the best feature on there. Obviously, we'd already heard How Many Times in it, so I think he meshes well with Lil Ash. But like, I actually really liked. Cause I don't think, obviously, with the space AJ's in now, outside of when it's project time, we don't get to hear that AJ Tracy enough.
Yeah, we don't.
And it's nice to remind people that, yeah, man's not just this nostalgia guy that does, you know, old school house and garage flips and stuff. Like, man can packages. Man can really remind you of that kind of space and time, innit? I can rap still, innit? So
Millions, like, he's a smart don, and you can tell with how he constructs his hooks and how he paints a picture with his bars. You know,
I think you're spot on that. He's one of the top guys when it comes to this wordplay thing in the drill space. I love Mobbing, which we played at the start.
Yeah.
I love Jailbrain because it's just like, that's probably the most introspective one on there, speaking about like going away and like, you know, everybody misses their babes and they go away. When they go
absolutely.
Like, really breaking it down and just saying, listen, babes, like, man, not really, like, I don't really know how to do this phone sex thing. I just want to rust. I want to be like, I miss you. Like, you're telling me to hold my meat whilst I'm on the phone to you. Like, come on, babes, man. Like, I miss you. What's going on here, innit? So I love that. And then obviously we'd heard Regular Bag before as well. Yeah. But I do like how we go from Jailbrain to How Many Times, Adrenaline, Regular Bag, and finish on Hometown. Mm-hmm. We've both spoken about how much like we rate Jevon. Yeah. And I was surprised. I didn't know that they'd even linked up, so I was surprised to see that one. So pleasantly surprised, by the way, as well.
Yeah, man.
I think it worked. I think it worked really well. And the fact only 12 songs, it's good because someone like him has had songs out and it's quite new. But I think you need to mark a moment in time, and also if I'm right, the guys that are like in the music space can correct me. You kind of want a sales history as well before you have all those other conversations. If you ever want to go and have that chat with the powers that be, maybe go and grab a bag, get a situation, sign, partnership, whatever, it is good to have projects out and be like, cool, this is who I am, innit?
Yeah, and I've always kind of we've come on here and spoke about wanting artists over here to be a lot more expressive with their art and experiment a lot more. M1llionz for me has done that, especially when it came to his visuals. Like early doors, man, was
that Liger visual was crazy,
bro. Insane, bro. Man traveled to Kenya and he captured a motion picture,
bro. He found all the child soldiers, bro.
Fam, that was a motion picture. Like, I don't even know like who won video of the year that year, but that, if that didn't even get nominated, it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's all cinematic. I think Badness, he goes back to Yard, innit?
I like Badness as well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
and he showed a lot of versatility, and he did the video shot for How Many Times Lil Ash was abroad as well.
Yeah.
And this is all very early in terms of like, and having a good run of songs as well.
Yeah, it's early. He's dropping like bangers like that.
Yeah.
And he's supplying a quality video for someone who's relatively early in the game.
True, and because he instructed to us, obviously, no Rat Cap, HTC, BX19, which is all still very much traditional drill. Obviously, this is only from out of town. And then when it now comes time to do videos, man, that Liger for me slaps, bro.
Yeah, man. And if people didn't pay attention from then, they should. Do you know what I mean, man? So, all in all, I think it's a great project, concise for me. It gave me everything that I needed, and it was a pleasant surprise because even like how he approached some of the songs, like with Mobbing, the flows that he jumps in, the pockets that he jumps in, switching up the voice as well, like adding a bit of,
is that the song where he does
the Smooth Criminal? The Smooth Criminal, and then he does the Billie Jean thing in the same song, and I'm like, yo, he's actually expressing himself in that vibe.
I might be showing what you were saying maybe earlier, switching up the flow a little bit, doing something slightly different. So maybe that's why he was able to catch you on this one, because he did something a little bit different and it worked.
Yeah, he strikes me as someone who's aware as well. Like, he listened, like when I see him on Twitter, he listens to people, innit? Like he interacts.
Oh, does he interact with the?
Yeah, he interacts with a lot of people.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
What we say? We good over the HaicH? Okay,
yeah. Because I tweeted it, innit? Like, oh, I owe M1llionz an apology.
Okay.
And he was like, oh yeah, I said I was going to speak about it on the pod, and he said send it to him when
sick,
when it's done. So yeah, man.
Insert apology here.
I enjoyed the project, man.
Nah, do you know it is as well? And this is like, it's not even, this might sound weird, yeah, but the reason why I even enjoyed it even more is because obviously last week was a big release for us with like TionWayne, Green with Envy, innit?
Yeah.
Which obviously going to be the go-to, I'm definitely going to speak about, but like, I love that like my man wasn't kind of drowned out. And as much as obviously we're really happy for Tion and this is a big moment, everyone, obviously Echo Chamber might just be the people I'm following, but like, bro, everyone's like, nah, I'm taking this project and it slaps, bro. I know sometimes, oh yeah, cool, people react too quickly, or this project shit, it's been out for 5 minutes, but nah, sometimes thing hits you that quick where like, I've listened to, I think it does help as well that it's only 12 songs, so it's a quick listen and that. But man, I think he got it spot on. Like, I think it's like, yeah, if you're gonna, first project, I proper rate it, and I rate what he's doing, and I'm very happy that we also have more voices outside of London, and if that's going to be a representation of someone outside of London, I think that's it's a good representation. Yeah,
definitely, and he had a decent rollout as well. I know that he was doing the whole provisional license thing on YouTube.
Yeah,
he had Gets,
Shabo, what was it? I've already known.
Yeah, and Facing
the News. Sorry, Facing the News. Yeah.
So yeah, I saw him at DLT. He came out on Remeset. So, you know, he's out here, man.
He's working.
Green with Envy.
Yeah. I was intrigued to see how my man was going to mesh the new success he's having with drill with old school TionWayne, Wayne's World TionWayne, maybe Afro Swing, Gallem TionWayne. And I think he's had a healthy mix. The standout songs from you on there are actually the girl songs.
Yeah.
I do love the intro.
The one with DBE I liked.
Yeah.
The one with Ray I liked.
So I've got my notes. So that obviously realest one. That's like the regrets rhythm. So you were there before the money and fame. You had my back like Conte. You know, like you're telling your baby, like, listen, I know I'm famous and you can see me in like tape with all these new bitches, but you was here first. Like I love you, innit? So I like that. I come with you. I like the song with Ray. Spend the Bag with Black.
The 6 Lakh.
Make It Out was obviously the standout rap song for me.
Oh yeah, man.
So maybe we should go there. I was so happy to see Joe Black back.
Joe Black's pen is sharp on that one, and so is Scorchers and Rimsey is what, bro. Like I think they all performed on that one.
Bro, Rimsey said he's trying to turn his houses into HMOs. Like if you know about housing, my man's really trying to flip that money,
bro.
Man said, what, 3-bedroom house? Okay, cool. Turn the living room into a bedroom. That's a 4-bedroom. All of you packing there like sardines. I need 8 bills each rent a month and that. I'm really trying to eat.
Yeah. I think.
What do you think about Potter Paper's verse on there?
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
I think the first 2 verses. No, actually, like Joe Black, I was like, yo, he's going in. I pulled it up.
Yeah. And also we don't get to hit, he doesn't rap anymore.
And then Scorcher came on and I was like, yo, Scorcher's pen is proper, bruv. Like,
what I really liked about Scorcher's verse as well was like he also, of course, same ends and that. I think early on in Tion's career, I think in the documentary, Scorcher brought him, I think, like a jazz cafe performance.
Yeah, it was at the One of One mixtape launch. I was there actually. And
sick.
Yeah, and he because Vic heavily produced on that mixtape.
Okay, cool, perfect.
So I went out for that, and then he brought out Tion,
yeah,
and a couple other brothers.
But in his verse, like in terms of if you're someone that cares about street validation, there's nothing better than having someone that came before you from your end, basically saying. He was that guy, you know.
Yeah.
My man with the red notes, T Wizzy.
Yeah.
Before you lot knew him as TionWayne and that, my man was who he says he is in the music.
Yeah.
Really doing moves and that. Donny is that person in the music and that. Because that's all Scorcher's bars were really well on the song.
Yeah.
Was just basically saying my man's official.
Yeah. But you know,
I love it. It's cold.
Yeah, he's sharp. His flow is cold. Like it's, you know. But yeah, I enjoyed that one still.
But yeah, now Joe Black and Rimsey's verses for me were probably the stands. I would say, like I said, I love Scorchers, but Scorchers more just kind of bigging up his little bro. And I just love that everyone's from like the Terminators to the Scorchers, people just going, this is our guy, this is his moment. Let's give him the right level of support. So
yeah,
and I like. I think we haven't. You're right saying we've got like a theme at a minute with the albums where people are realizing that we still got to give you the rap fans that. So we had obviously the song on Dave's album with Meeks Manny, Gets, Fredo, Dave.
I think
someone else I might be forgetting. So like, you know, like the back-to-back, like everyone getting 16 or 32.
Gigs is on that as well.
Gigs, like everyone just got to come hard.
Yeah.
There's no extra bells and whistles. It's purely about bars.
Well, yeah, I think there's importance in that because we were talking about like quality when you're delivering a project and you're at a particular point in your career. Yeah. You want to create a song and you want your features to step up at the same time because like you know that these songs become a talking point. Do you know what I'm saying? Like where you think about or you have debates about who has the best verses. Like that's still a thing amongst like the social spaces, Twitter, just friendship groups and blah blah blah. That makes a song live on as well. Yeah. So yeah, man, I was happy to see that. I'm not necessarily like a fan of the project as a whole, but it is a better effort than his previous mixtape.
Wayne's World 3. I was disappointed by that. That's why I said I was like worried, maybe a bit intrigued like how he's going to approach it. He's now in a new space, so
yeah. And this is a project with budget as well.
Yeah,
this bigger project
is the bust down. Like there's more options in it. So my man's, he's got
the song with J5 and Davido.
Yeah, which I shot the video for. Which is more than anything
at the top of the O2.
The song was cool. It was just I like the visual, just nice. My man's kind of made it. It's just more than one's like, oh yeah, my man really from the uni circuit to like, oh you're here type of thing, innit? So I'm not mad at the song.
The hook is a bit lazy for me.
It is. It's like a bit of a flip and a remake and like bars are inspired from other songs and that. I just kind of get it. It's one of them ones where like sometimes I'll just be honest. We can't always be objective. We have biases. If we kind of like you, we belie certain things.
I think that was
and
more
it's in that space where we like him a lot right now.
I think that was a label thing as well.
It's clear, bro.
Because J5 is the person to go to at the moment. Like all the hits are from him at the moment.
And Davido's open to work with anybody, any genre.
Yeah,
you know. So you are right. That felt like if you go and shoot that's the one you shoot the video for.
Yeah, at the top of the O2, it's lit up there. Have you been up there?
No.
It's lit.
Yeah,
man, it's lit. Okay. It's lit.
This guy living a double life, you know. I'll be finding stuff about him every week.
Yeah, man. Nah, I did a surprise thing in it for my babes once.
You're a smooth criminal still.
Come on, man. Let's go walk up the O2 hand in hand.
Yeah, I love that. Other babes out here can't even get flour, can't get nothing. Just there, lonely, you know. But I'm with you. I think good attempt. It's just I think it's gonna be hard to fulfill all these obligations with old school fans. Whether he wants to accept it or now, you're now in the drill space, bangers wise, and then still rap.
Yeah.
So that and literally that's part of the reason why the project's so long, bro.
Yeah, 17 songs.
You know, time wise, it isn't that long because it's under an hour. But in terms of the amount of songs on there, because you're trying to, so you still want to. Obviously, it was the remix, isn't it? You got the body remix. You get your guys on there, and they're talking brazy. Even on the Anything Gross song, they're talking crazy on there. Like even some, I won't repeat some of the bars, slightly incriminating and that. Just my man's in a new space, allow him a little bit, but that's more for their into ends beef. You know, you still got to fulfill that element as well because he wants to bring the man in through. So you start to wear a lot of hats in it. So that's I think that's the only thing that's going to maybe be, for my opinion, a bit of a struggle going forward is how do you replicate Deluded, Body, Keisha Becky, With It, Move. Even if my man says he doesn't want to do that anymore, they've worked, and maybe the machine, the label, whoever you're working with, the numbers of days, the popping sound, they're going to want you to replicate that again, innit? Yeah.
I think maybe like because he's got the female friendly songs that he can balance him, or he can lean more onto that, or he can fall back on that if he doesn't want to do that anymore. Because if he carries on with that sound, I have a fear that it may come redundant way too early.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like at least he's got that he can actually do, and it can work for him.
The problem is it feels like at the minute we're only getting those female friendly songs project time.
Yeah.
You know, so like is this album, there's no One Nation? No One Nation on this, is there?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe maybe there's one in the tuck that you might get later in early next year or some point, but maybe
I want to hear more of One Nation.
Yeah, actually. Maybe go back to that bag a little bit, you know. I wouldn't mind another attempt with Afrobeat. The one on the album's cool, but I wouldn't mind another attempt with Afrobeat.
Yeah, and do you know what? There's like a subsection of artists in the UK industry that I think they're not really pushing themselves creatively, and it may show. And I think that's what we've seen with Notes, and I'm starting to sense a little bit of that with Hardy Caprio, because I saw something where he put an Dizzy I Love You flip on his new song that he's putting out, and I'm just like, this is lazy again. And he hasn't been really bubbling for a minute.
Yeah,
the same thing could potentially happen to him if he's not careful.
No, hopefully not. But I think it's just, maybe it's an extension of a conversation we had last week in regards to the film industry. There's not a lot of new ideas. People just rehashing old stuff. Also, it is just showing our age, innit? We're a lot older. That Dizzy stuff is old school music now, innit?
Yeah, so, I don't mind. I don't mind that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like on Skepta's last tape, the EP that he just put out, he's done a flip on Morfire Crew, Oi, but it works.
Okay.
You know,
your thing is it's just got to bang.
Yeah, it's just got to be done in a better way where it's palatable.
That's fair. I'm not mad at that. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, innit? So